Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, here at Ivy Talks Podcast Network, we're doing a subscriber giveaway. We'll be doing a giveaway on the 1st and the 15th of every month for $50 for a random subscriber. All you have to do to enter is subscribe, comment on any video, and you'll be entered for a chance to win. And once you do it once, you're entered for life. And it's going to be on the 1st, 15th of every month. A random subscriber will be chosen to win $50. As you grow, that money will go up. So go ahead, subscribe, comment to enter. Enjoy the show. It's Litty Bitty. We're back. We're better. Had to take a week off for work. Bro, when you get a chance, you gotta go to Alaska, bro.
What's out there, mooses?
Yeah, but that's like
Elk.
the moose shit's whatever, bro. You just gotta go out there just for the aesthetics, bro. It's like it's a different vibe.
When you say vibe, like, give me an overview. Like, what would you? Was it like? What is? Could you compare Alaska to any other state you've been to? Like, was it any type of like? Was it like Oregon a little bit when we went
Yeah,
out?
basically.
Okay.
There's a lot of trees, a lot of nature. Everything's like, since Alaska's like off on its own, it's not a part of the mainland. Uh, a lot of their stuff they have is like homegrown, like from there. But they got a lot of elk, like they have elk burgers everywhere. They got reindeer, like burgers and meat. Like it's all like fresh. All the seafoods caught in Anchorage, all the seafood and fish is caught from like the Gulf right there. It's all caught there. They're not really importing food like that.
Uh-huh. Did you notice what's the? Did you get like an elk burger? I'm surprised. Suppose
I got a yak burger. I didn't get a chance to get an elk burger.
you got a what burger?
A yak.
What is a yak?
It's like a buffalo or a bison, kind of.
Is there any difference from that type of meat than like a regular hamburger here?
Yeah, it's made out of yak.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, what's the like? What like
It
did it?
just it just doesn't taste like a beef.
That doesn't really give you too much insight into it,
Well,
but
it's one of those things you gotta taste for yourself. Like it doesn't taste. It's not cow. Like how would you describe how chicken tastes compared to beef? Like chicken. Like it's just you would just chicken tastes like chicken. So like yak tastes like not. It tastes like yak. It doesn't taste like beef. It tastes like yak. You know.
yeah, okay.
It's kind of like that.
Your boy said yak. I'm like, what is
It's the
that?
only place in. It's the only place in the state that sells it. Oh, which is one restaurant. It's the only place you can get it in Alaska.
What else you eat out there?
That's pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's like extra. Like everything else was like normal shit.
Would you move out there?
No, no, I wouldn't move out there. I wouldn't. I wouldn't move most places.
Oh shit, man. Was it like overcast and everything too? Rainy?
It's for a couple of days. Rest of it was sunny.
Okay.
It's still summertime.
Shit, man. Well, that's good. It was a good trip. Tell me, tell me a little bit about this presentation that you had, bro.
Uh, so I mean, it was straight. It was so I had two. I had two. One was on the project I did. The project I did on the library. Shit. The project I did in my library. So it was like an education podcast because there's like they have it's like by sections, right? So like there's a session on stellar evolution where the people that do talk in that session, their research is related to stellar evolution. So they have like specific sessions you can go to that are on like broad topics. And then individual people might have more specific stuff, but they all have to deal in like that category of Astro. So they had an education and outreach session, which was what my project was. So I did a talk there. It went well, and I kind of like met some people that it's really just a big networking event. So you meet people that are doing similar things in other parts of the country, because from people all over the country, and you kind of share ideas, exchange ideas, what works for you, what works for them, and then some people you meet, you can end up being like future collaborators. So like my presentation, I did another one of those on my actual research on Tuesday. The outreach stuff was on Monday. And then when you meet people for your research, you can meet people that you potentially like collaborate with on a project or research. You can write proposals that y'all can both do a project together, or write a paper, get a paper published together. There's a lot of like collaboration stuff that you can get out of it. So yeah, that's pretty much all it is. Just presenting your research, going to other people's stuff, see what they're doing, potential people that could either help you with your research, because you might meet somebody that you're doing this and they're doing something adjacent, but what they're doing could feed into what you're doing. So then you kind of you know collab with them, and that their stuff might actually help with your research, or vice versa, things like that. So it's really all just um a network thing. You get feedback because people on your presentation, they ask questions, and some questions they ask you're like, oh, I didn't think about that. So you kind of take notes about, okay, when I get back, I want to look at it from this angle. Or some people make suggestions and things. You just get different minds, different perspectives, and some people will say something and it's like so simple, like, well, have you looked at it like this? And you'll be like, oh, I didn't even think about it, but like it's so simple. And so it's like, okay, yeah, so it's like stuff like that. So it's really beneficial to get other people's feedback, perspectives, and stuff. And it's one of those places where like it's supposed to be a networking and growth type of conference. So it's supposed to be like quote unquote a safe space, to where like even if it's your first time, you might be kind of nervous. People aren't there to like
Critique
to like
you.
so yeah, like you might get some critique, but it's like supposed to be from a constructive perspective. You're not supposed to get any like people like talk like looking down, really challenging your work. You're not supposed to get in that. It's happened. I've actually seen like people like challenge somebody's research in front of everybody. Like in that moment, it's like that's not what we're here for. We're here to like you're not here to challenge people's work. You're here to see what people are doing and to exchange ideas. So it's like a nice, I don't want to say vibe, because it's still very like it's exhausting 100%, but like it's a nice environment to really learn like and grow. Like you could be your first time presenter and you'll still do okay, and or you could be like a veteran to where you're like a renowned scientist in your field, and it's still a conference that is still beneficial from a rookie all the way up to like somebody's at the top of their field type of thing. So yeah.
Gotcha. That's dope. That's dope. I think especially like because how like I'll take it for example for like my like from my perspective and everything. Like let's say I went to a business conference and I'm trying to bring up like a sales model or something, there's always different perspectives that you can look at depending on what you're selling and how you go about it. Obviously the industry too as well. And I think that's kind of cool that all y'all like collaborate, come together, share ideas and everything. Cause at the end of the day, like I'm assuming that there is a right answer, but there's different ways to go about it. You know what I'm saying? From different lenses and everything. Um, if I'm kind of on the same track, like trying to put the business stuff and the, astrophysics kind of conference stuff together. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, kind of.
if that makes sense and everything. But
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah, because like some people are just like I'll go about selling this way and everything. Some people are like, I'll probably go this way to go sell something and everything. It's just gaining different perspectives, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah,
And it,
and then yeah, it's just fun. And obviously, I did a lot of recording, so I'm working on the YouTube video for it. So
How
that
long
should
was the
be
presentation for you?
so the talk was it's like 5 minutes. It's not long at all. And then the poster is an hour session. So yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's my first. Yeah, the talks are easy. That was my first time doing a talk. Talk is 5 minutes is like cake.
Yeah, a breeze. I thought you had to go up there and when you told me that you were going up there, I thought you were like presenting to like a huge board or something and like
No,
you're doing all that stuff. I thought that's what I thought it was and everything, but it sounds like some slight work for you, boy. So,
no. I think the longest talks I think are dissertation talks. I think they're 15. They're either 15 or they're 30. They're a little longer, but that's only for dissertation talks. So like once you complete your dissertation, you can present your dissertation at the conference if you want.
okay. Okay. So what's next? What else do you got to do now to get that piece of paper, my boy?
Just gotta keep researching, bro.
he said
Pretty
he
much.
said
You just gotta
like he was
get paper.
so down, bro. He said just keep our research.
I mean, yeah, it's just like the conference doesn't like, unfortunately, the conference itself doesn't necessarily help you move forward. It's just something that you can just present what you're doing to people. But yeah, I just gotta get this paper published.
Well, I wish you the best, my boy. I know it's a long process and a lot of research and a lot of typing, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's a lot, but yeah, I appreciate it. We're
Well,
on the other side though.
of course, of course.
100%.
Shit.
Hundo. Oh, I need to make a shout out. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the halfway point to the subscriber count. We're at 251, the road to 500 subscribers. So we greatly appreciate everybody that has subscribed, everybody that's commented, because if you've commented and you subscribe, you've entered our giveaway we're doing the first of every month, the 15th of every month. We are giving away $50 to a random subscriber. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Once you leave a comment, you're in for life. You don't have to keep commenting if you don't want to. We appreciate it. If you do, keep commenting, however you want to do it, but you're in the first 15th of every month. $50 chosen random subscriber. You will get a, if you have a, you have to make sure, please, you have contact information in your YouTube. If you have a YouTube, because I have to have a way of contacting you because I can't at you. So I usually just email the people. So make sure you have an email in your bio and I will reach out through email, or if you have it, a social on there, whatever's on there is what I'll use to contact you. So thank you to everybody. We are halfway there to 500 subscribers. So shout out to all the subscribers out there. We greatly appreciate it.
We appreciate you for hearing our talks and our
Yeah,
bullshit that we put up that we say.
we straight bullshit.
and the weird topics that we bring up too and entertain
Yeah.
you. Uh yeah, man. We appreciate you. You're the real MVP.
Oh, oh man. Speaking of MVP, I do want to have a small basketball segment because we're not doing a NBA coverage until after
The series.
yeah, after the series is over. I think whoever went game 4 is going on. So it is June 16th, 8:20 p.m. Monday. Game 5 is right now. I think whoever wins game 5 wins it all. Here's my thing. Pacers got Pacers won game 1, right? That messes things up. Usually the series doesn't start till somebody wins away, right? So how it's usually it goes, the first two, the higher seeds at home, usually the higher seed they win first two. Then the away team, the lower seed, they usually win their two at home. And then from there, whoever wins the first game away wins the series, right? That's usually how it goes. Pacers screwing all that up because they won game 1 unexpectedly, right? So now if they keep trading 1 for 1, Pacers win because they got the first win, right? Usually, that the higher seed gets the first win, and they just keep trading one for one. The higher seed ends up winning because they got the first one, the first dub at home, the first game. Pacers messed that up. So what that means is OKC to get back onto the upper hand, they have to win two straight, right? They have to win two straight. Now, what happened? The reason so they tied it. It went 2-2, right? Pacers, OKC, Pacers, OKC. It's tied 2-up. So now it's a wash. Let's say we're restarting the series essentially, right? Because it's back in OKC.
Mm-hmm.
If OKC wins this is their two straight that they had to win to get back up, right? Because I know they're up right now. If Pacers win this one, OKC still has to win two straight. And if since they've been going back and forth trading one, if Pacers win this, I don't see OKC winning two straight. Not only that, then the pressure's on OKC because if they lose anymore, they're done. So they have to win out, right? Same for the other way. So if OKC wins tonight, I don't know if the Pacers can win two straight because nobody has won two straight except for OKC, obviously, if they win this one. I don't know if Pacers can win two straight type of thing. So I think it comes whoever wins this game tonight wins it all.
Bro, and I'm saying this too. I think for them, hold on. Let me look at something real quick. Let me look at something real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, see what they're talking about. Because right now OKC's up 44-32.
Hold on. Where's my where my Bleacher Report at? We're gonna look at some.
Look at some numbers.
Hold on.
My bad. Or you got to get the score app, bro. It's way
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I don't think this is gonna happen. Yeah, bro, this is I bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If Shea goes off for 30 points again, because he's been averaging around that this series and everything, it's a done deal. It's a done deal, in my opinion.
is
Because
it?
I think so, bro, because like it's kind of it's kind of one of those things, bro. It's like, all right, Shea goes off and everything. He gets his buckets and everything like that. The focus is going to be on him. You got JW, you got Chet too as well that can do it too as well. And then you got to think about it too, man. You got Caruso, you got Lou Dort that are great 3-point shooters, like 3-and-D people, bro. I I hate to say it because I want the Pacers to win. I honestly don't see them winning it.
I
I
mean,
really
I
don't.
know we say that, but the series is tied.
I know that, but bro, like
They lost game one with more rest.
I know. But bro, like it's time. It's
I don't
time for them.
I don't
I
think it's a
think,
done deal. I'm not saying they're not going to win it. I don't think it's a done deal because SGA's been getting his 30 plus and they've lost two.
bro, I'm
Like
just
when
saying.
when
I just
with
I
when because when they focused on Shy and they needed Chet and all those dudes to step up, they were nowhere to be found. That's how they lost. And I think that was game 3. Because that's
bro,
when like Shy had like 0 points in the fourth quarter, or maybe two. They needed somebody to step up. Nobody did.
you right. I just if they take this one, man, go back to Indiana. Don't know, man. I just really don't know. But the
I think
thing
it goes
about
to game 7. If OKC wins this one, Pacers win the next one. I don't see OKC winning 3 straight. Pacers win the next one. OKC wins the one after that. It's going to keep being a trade off. So is that, yeah, that's 7 games.
Honest, I just don't know, man. Like I really, really don't know. We'll see. We'll see though. We'll see. We'll see if the Thunder win this one and everything, which I think is favored towards them to win it and everything, in my opinion. I just don't know if the if Indiana can pull it out. I really don't. I don't know, man. It's just kind of up in the air right now, to be honest. Um, shit.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know, man. This is probably one of the series where I'm just like anybody can win it, to be honest, in my opinion.
Right.
I really don't know who can and who will, but yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Hold on one second. You want to pause it real quick? Because I gotta take a piss. Hold on. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm looking at the game right now, bro, and OKC's defense is just what the fuck type of shot was that?
Mm-hmm. Look at
It
you.
literally seems like, and you know the thing about it that I've noticed, it looks like when they have a primary ball handler and they try to drive on like the sidelines and everything. It's like they're trapping almost.
For
That's
OKC.
that's what I picked up in the last few games and everything. But damn, bro, they're literally closing all the gaps and everything. I don't know, man. We gonna see how this goes. We
Well,
gonna
they got to finish it first because we've seen this before
yeah.
where they were playing well and then they just gave it up when Pacers came back. I mean, I guess Pacers done it too, but you got to
Yeah, what
finish.
was it? What was it? Was it game four? They were up.
Pacers.
Yeah, wasn't it game?
Yeah.
Yeah, game four. Yeah, man. I was watching it. I turned to something else. I came back. Well, actually, my homie texted me. He said, "Bro, the Thunder is up." I said, "What?" I said, "Shit."
Oh, but oh my God, I had a question, bro. That's crazy. I just forgot it. Um, oh, hot take. What's your hot take for the week, bro?
My hot take for the week. I don't know. What's yours? Let me ponder on mine.
Oh shit. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I have one.
Hot take for the week. Hot take for the week. Hot take for the week. I don't really have no hot takes. There's nothing been like too big. I don't know.
Mm,
I don't know. Oh, okay. I got this. This is not a hot take, but this is kind of like a question to you. So we obviously know when it comes to basketball, the GOAT and everything, the three people is LeBron, MJ, and Kobe, right?
I mean, I push back on that top three, but go ahead.
You put Shaq?
No, Kareem's third, bro.
Okay.
I don't see how you sit here and put Kobe over Kareem, Abdul-Jabbar. But ask your question.
Well, you basically answered it. So I was
Oh,
gonna say if it was those three considered the GOAT, let's take them out of it. Who would you say? But you already said Kareem. So,
so
but
take, but
I agree with you though. I
but no,
totally.
but so you're saying, but
I'm
if
saying
you
that
take,
like if you ask anybody like who's the GOAT, is always going to be MJ's up there, LeBron, and then somebody like I feel like Kobe's going to be that third person majority of the time and everything. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But now you kind of answered that question and everything for me and everything, which I totally agree with you and everything. Like, so what's another good?
Well, were you asking who would replace the top three?
Yeah,
It'd probably be
I would put Kareem. I would put probably Shaq up there just because pure dominance. Like if it's one on one game in the post, bro, like the percentage of him winning that is high. Now the third person, I have no idea who that would be.
Will.
real?
Easy. Wilt Chamberlain, you talking about the man that averaged 50 points per game?
You gonna still throw Seth up there?
Over Wilt Chamberlain? Bro, go do some research, bro. Go look into what Wilt was doing back then, bro.
I get it, but it's like,
He
but
averaged 50 points and 25 rebounds in a season.
you know the argument people are gonna say nobody was that big during that time.
He was playing against Wilt. He was playing against Bill Russell. There was dudes like that he was playing against.
Okay, okay, you making a case? You making a case?
And then Bill Russell, I,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be yeah, I don't know. If you took MJ LeBron and Kobe out, I almost gotta go. I almost gotta go Kareem, Shaq, maybe Will. If you don't want to go Will, Magic's next man up.
yeah, yeah. Just him, let alone that could at that time could play five positions. Like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I agree. I agree. Touche, touche. All
You
right.
know, I still got that scoring system, bro.
Oh yeah.
Remember that data sheet I made?
Uh-huh.
I haven't updated completely because after this postseason, I'm gonna go in and update people's numbers. But let me see. Uh, I gotta figure out which Google account I put it on. Jesus Christ. I got way too many Gmail accounts. This is the
Actually,
podcast?
I got another take. I got another question to ask you since we stand on the NBA stuff.
What?
All right, so I'm gonna go to my Instagram. Where is it? Activity liked. All right, man. You know I'm a huge um hold on. It's not even on here. All right, man.
All right.
You know I'm a huge KD fan, right?
Yeah.
So these are his preferred trade options.
Right.
Miami Heat, San
Uh-huh.
Antonio,
Uh-huh.
Houston. Where can you see him realistically landing?
Miami.
Why?
Spurs already offered him. They declined it because they was asking for too much. Because Phoenix wanted Sohan, two other players, and then they wanted like three or four future first round draft picks. Like, it was crazy. And Spurs denied it. The reason why I say Miami is because Miami just lost Jimmy Butler. So you have a gap in what you need in terms of a two-way player, right? KD is a two-way player. Even though he doesn't get the credit, I don't think he gets the credit he deserves for how good of a player he is on and defensively. But
Mhm.
you have that gap. You have a young team, a young put like high potential team. Tyler Hero. You still got Bam Adebayo. You got some guys there that you could really put around KD to be a right now championship team. And I think with Miami, for me, if I'm KD's manager or agent, I think that's the easiest plug and play team for him.
Because they
They
still made the playoffs and everything, surprisingly, without
Yeah,
like go-to
exactly.
person.
They still made the play. Now, obviously, Houston, they were like second in the West, but they still made the playoffs. But in terms from a plug and play with that system, KD immediately plugs in. And I think the way Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero play, it's not going to throw anything off. I think if you insert him with the Rockets, I think there's a learning curve. There's a huge learning curve because you got Jalen Green, you got Thompson, you got oh my God, who's their number two option?
Say what's the dude's name?
Uh,
Say Goo or whatever his name is.
Oh, say good, and you got So like you got a lot of pieces going on over there at Houston.
A lot of
So
young talent too.
yeah, but I think there's too many moving parts at Houston. Too many moving parts. And so if I had to put an order in terms of what I think best works for KD with a win right now, I think it's Miami. He comes to Miami, he's immediately the number one guy, and you got a solid supporting cast with Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero, and you're automatically a contending team. I think with Houston, there's too many moving parts. I think Houston might be a little bit too young in terms of what KD needs. I think he needs a combination of young but yet mature, like a Bam Adebayo. He's young, but he's mature. He's made it to the finals. He's been there before. Tyler Hero, he's young. He's maturing faster because just because of being on that type of team, but he's part of that young crew that can really bring that energy. As far as the Spurs go, I think Spurs are either team's a good. All three teams are a good quote unquote fit because the way KD is an absolute, just an absolute unit. The problem with Spurs, I don't think They're not win now. If he goes Spurs, I
Mm-hmm.
think they are high ceiling, high potential. I think with Wemby, assuming he's healthy next year, I think you get a year with Wemby. I think for KD, Spurs to me is a midterm deal, like 3-4 years. And I think that second, third year is really the year where you're like, now you're starting to like, okay, now it's making sense. I think Miami, I think could be that team where he gets there, he wins the chip that next year with the highest potential. I think is Miami, or
You know
he's
the
at least deep playoff run.
the thing that I saw that really got my interest, and I know it's not even like possible anymore, bro. If he went to the Timberwolves, I would love to see that. To be honest, I would have loved to see it, but at the same time,
Does it work?
huh?
I don't know if Timberwolves work. Who are you giving up? You're giving up somebody. You're
You got
messing
it.
up
Okay, okay. I'll tell
that
you.
team.
You got it. You're giving up Jaden McDaniels for sure. You're giving up him. You're giving up Randall. And I want to say you're giving up at least like one or two draft picks, to be honest.
I think if you give up Randall, I don't think you're in a better situation than Miami. If you could find a way to keep Randall and Katie, now we're talking. With Rudy, now we're talking. If you give up Randall or Rudy, even though I'm not a Rudy fan, but I have to I have to admit that he is a solid, phenomenal rim protector. The sole reason why Lakers lost the series is because they could not stop Rudy Gobert. Rim protector, obviously pick and roll. He's a monster with the lob. If you get rid of Rudy or Randall, I don't think they're in a better situation than what he would have been in Miami.
This
I
is
don't see
my
it.
this is my complaint about my that I'll complain about Rudy. Is like, yeah, he did phenomenal in that series against the Lakers, but the Lakers didn't have him.
And Warriors.
But this is the thing though. They don't have a center. I feel like he struggles when there's another big
Well,
body.
yeah, that's exactly that was the point I was making during that whole both of those series was they don't have a center, and that's the main reason why the team had success. And we literally had talked about in the NBA coverage, because who they play, who was after Warriors? It was OKC. We literally talked about OKC having basically two centers, Hardenstein and Chet. They have two long, dominant, semi-athletic centers. Rudy's going to struggle. And that's exactly what happened. Rudy was non-existent for the majority of the series because they put a body on him. When he's going up against another 7-footer, and then Hardenstein, he's a 7-footer, but he's also 240, 250
Mm-hmm.
lean. So yeah, he had problems.
Man,
100%.
Finis, I'm watching this right now. They about to go in halftime with a minute left, up what, 15? Almost 15. Halliburton has Halliburton has no points so far in this quarter. Like, you need your go-to guy to put something on the board, bro. But
They'll go in, they'll make adjustments. He'll finish the game at like 18, 20.
yeah, man, like this is
Well,
this
assuming they plays they get the lead close enough to keep him in. If it gets too far out of hand, they're going to sit him. But I think he'll finish. It's rough half.
Yeah, yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
All right, let me go off my Lawrence score that I made. I had a numerical system and ranking guys. Basically, you put in all their accolades, all their points, their point averages, their shooting efficiency, their player efficiency, offensive rating, defensive rating, all NBA selections, MVPs, final MVPs, championships, defensive team, rebound champions. Literally every accolade that is tracked. You put all of that information in, and it gives you a number, and that number is a rating. And I was able to find a rating to come up with the top 10 in NBA history based on these numerical factors. Now they're not weighed the same. So this numerical system is weighted based on highest importance to lowest importance, but everything that you can think of that's worth some of it. Some of it kind of is accounted for. So like the player efficiency, a lot of the stuff, the small stuff that like people might, oh, what about this? Well, that's kind of accounted for. But basically, I tried to get as in depth as possible without getting too biased on like certain things, because the more specific you can get biased. But it accounts for everything, right? There's 40 different categories of stats that is kept up, right? So 40 different things, from all rookie of the year, all the way up to MVPs, final MVPs, championships, all the way up to career points, regular season career points, playoffs, career rebounds, career rebounds, regular season, postseason. Look at all that takes out. Here's the top 10 based on the Lawrence score. At number 1, with a rating of 87.99, we have LeBron James. And his rating's actually higher because this does not account for this past postseason. Because like postseason stuff is accounted for in this. So when I update it, it would be even higher. Obviously, guys that are still playing, their numbers are going to go up higher every year. At number 2, with a rating of 86.78, so fairly close, 87.99, 86.78, we have Mr. Michael Jordan, right? Number 2, a close second, which is pretty much what I would suspect. At number 3, we have with a Lawrence score of 80.75. Now we're seeing separation. Number 1 and 2 are right there, 87.9, 86, whatever. Now at 80.75, we have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sitting at number 3. Number 4 with a score of 74, another gap. We went from 87, 86 to 80. Now we're at 74. Big separation between the top 2 and the third. Anyway, number 4, we have Wilt Chamberlain, 74.79. At 5, this one shocked me. Because my personal, I didn't have him as high. But now I want to honor my system, so I go off of my system now, right? So when somebody asks me, I go off of this because I made it. I believe in it, so I'm going off of. Your number 5 ranked all-time player is Mr. Tim Duncan at 672.02. Mr. Tim Duncan at 5.
And when you really think about it, that really does not shock me that much. It does, but not as like a what?
Yeah, like crazy.
I mean, Mr. Fundamental, bro. Like, come on now.
Now, at number 6, we have at 71.76, Mr. Kobe Bryant, right behind Timmy. And then at no shock there, right behind Kobe at 71.34, so literally less than a point, is Shaq. Most people have Shaq and Kobe right next to each other on the rankings. Me personally, I had Shaq over Kobe, but Kobe's like slightly there, right? So at number 8, we have, with a score of 70.4, Mr. Bill Russell at number 8. All right. Now, number 9, who's probably going to continue to keep moving up because he's still currently playing. We have Stephen Curry, 68.37 at
Wardell.
number 9. At number 9, and he's still playing. So every season, his numbers are going to go up. I'll update it. So I think when it's all said and done, he could potentially pass Kobe because 71 and he's at 68. So 3 points. If he plays another 5 years, he could probably move up 3 points in the rating system. So Stephen Curry at 9. Number 10. Now this is where it gets very interesting. Number 10, we have Hakeem Olajuwon, and he's barely behind Steph. Obviously, he's retired, so he's not moving. But Steph basically just passed him this past season. Last year, Steph wouldn't have passed him, but this year, because I did these numbers based on like mid-season, midway through the season, so he just passed Hakeem Olajuwon. Now, I don't have specific numbers on these, but these are, I think, are in order. But behind Hakeem at 11 is Kevin Durant.
Oh
We have at
wow.
we had him at 11. He has a score of 66.83.
How much how much do you think he can how many spots do you think he can get up to? Because he's still playing right now. You think is
Yeah, so he is 2 points behind Hakeem because he has 66. Hakeem's at 68. But also the fact that if he keeps scoring at the level he's scoring, and he keeps making all-star and NBA selections, he could him and Steph, because Steph did make all NBA this year. I believe
wow, I forgot. I didn't know about that.
yeah,
Damn.
Steph did. No. I take that back. Steph didn't he?
Hold on. We gotta look this up.
No, I think Steph made third team all NBA. I think. Um, but making all NBA is actually a big factor. So I think KD when it's all said and done, KD's gonna be top 10.
Yeah, he made Steph made second
Second
team.
team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did KD make second or third team?
I think he was second team. Hold on.
Um, I think both of them could KD's gonna definitely be top 10 when it's all said and done.
Wow.
But
He didn't make it. None of
did
it.
it did it make anyone?
Because he was ineligible because you have to meet 65 games.
Oh, that's right. The game minimum.
I totally forgot about that, bro. I saw it pop up. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a factor. If he's not making all NBA teams, it's gonna be harder for him to move up. But he'll be top 10. He'll be top 10 when it's all said and done. Now, after KD, or after KD is Magic Johnson is after KD. So I'll just give you the run of who's next, right? So you have KD, Magic Johnson, Jokic, Giannis, Larry Bird, Dirk, and then I believe Anthony Davis. Um, but that's out of the ones I have so far. So obviously, like I haven't put in Julius Irving, like some of these other greats. Obviously, once I put them in, that movement would be moved out. But that's the order I have so far out of the guys um that I put in the algorithm.
Dang, bro. That kind of KD really did not make it this year. That's crazy. But I mean, didn't play enough games though. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's gonna be a big factor moving up the rankings.
mm-hmm. Because isn't that the bulk of it and everything? Not the
It's
bulk,
not
but
the
is
that's not the
that the
bulk
one
of it.
that's like? I mean, like, is that like one of the like the highest points like accounted for in your database thing?
No, not really. Like there's so many data points. Like it's hard to say like what's the highest and what's not. But if the more you have, it adds up, is what I'll say. Like LeBron has what 21 All NBA selections. Having 21 All NBA selections, that shit adds up significantly
Mm-hmm.
versus having like one or two. If you have 21, and obviously for all first team, second team, and third team are all weighted differently. Obviously, first team's rated the highest, second team's rated the middle, third team's rated the lowest out of those three. But making any All NBA selection multiple years, that it starts to add up. It adds up for sure. Same thing with all stars. Like they're not weighed heavily crazy, but having 20 plus of them is going to add up. It's going to make a difference.
Yeah.
So, like on MJ's, his 9 scoring titles, that shit was carrying some weight. The 6 championships, the 6 MVPs, Finals MVPs. That she was carrying some serious weight in his numbers, So,
Yeah.
oh, Tyrese Halliburton is dealing with right calf tightness. He might not.
Oh,
He might not return to the game.
oh,
That might be why he's like just off today.
oh, no. I just saw something on there. The duos like Siakam and then Tyrese and then J Dub and Shea. Bro, it's 10-29.
Points.
Yeah. Combined duos.
Hey
That
man.
that's bad.
Hey man. You're only as good as you are that day.
Shit. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, my brother.
All right, that's all I had, sir.
Man. Yeah, that's all I got. But
All right, well,
yeah.
ladies, yep, ladies and gentlemen, again, subscribers, especially if you made it this far to the end of the video, we appreciate you so much. Whoever's watching this, I hope you smile. I hope while you're smiling, you hit that like button and you leave a funny comment.
And one thing, if you don't like free money, come on now.
Yeah,
We're giving out prizes out here. Free
why
money,
not? You
free
ain't even gotta
guap.
do nothing
Yeah, the only thing you gotta do is like,
and
subscribe,
comment.
and comment. That's the only
Subscribe and
thing.
comment one time. You just do it one time and never do it again. You'll still be entered.
This is how I look at it. You have the opportunity to fill your gas tank up for free.
100%.
Because we all know gas right now is going up.
It's not good. It's not good.
Not good. And you gotta have some wheels to get to the fun. You gotta have some money on to have some fun on. You feel me? So come on,
All
guys.
right. Y'all heard it here. We'll catch you guys next week. GoT615, we're out.
I'm gonna chase my dreams.